Hey guys, it's Carly from Boyk Farm Outfitters. With the holidays behind us, our team is already looking ahead to the 2026 season. And to help you get ready, we're hosting our second annual expo at our location near Exeter, January 27th. The expo covers 8 topics that matter to your farm. We'll discuss fungicides in heavy disease environments, liquid systems for your planter and how to choose the right one, how Washington is viewing important ag topics, and much more. Don't forget to stick around afterwards for the happy hour. Check out BoykFarmOutfitters.com for more info, and we'll see you there.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G165184. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs, to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in January. Try their hot chocolate latte, cookie croissants, and special winter flavor hot cocoa cream cheese on any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe. All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostreiter. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this fabulous Friday. And just for you, E, if you listen there, it's Friday. That is right. Swim.
Hello.
It's the first full week of the new year, and I'm glad to be back in routine, man. Somewhat,
because it was
plan on the ER visit.
Exactly, yeah. That was something that just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Yes, didn't plan on that.
I didn't. This is how you know I'm trying to work on this, AD.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, well, it wasn't a full week for you, but I realized internally how that would come across.
See, you're being more cognizant.
I'm much more cognizant.
Nick, you're growing up in front of my eyes.
Right in front of your own very eyes.
You spill your tippy cup at times.
That is right.
And I got to put you on my lap.
That is right.
And burp you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a punch to the throat, perhaps.
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but I think it was pretty close yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, Austin.
On the first day back.
Austin and Jay Foreman, if you're listening, Austin, you did me wrong yesterday.
Hey.
You did Jay wrong yesterday by those moments in playoff history. First of all, I still get sick at the thought of Tim Tebow throwing that pass. I forget the guy's name. God rest his soul. I think Demaryius Thomas against my Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's right.
And I remember Swim. What year was that again?
Oh, geez. AD. I mean, Tim T. So would that have been like 2012?
2012, 2013, something like that. I can't remember what year that was, but I just remember I literally got up from my couch and I walked outside.
It would have been 14 years ago. Oh my gosh, 2012 is right. Or 2013. I know it'll be 2012.
We know what happened.
We do.
And I'm going to tell you, man, that was that was a gut punch. See, I've lived through a lot with the Steelers, man. You got to understand. That's why last week's game was so monumental, because I've been on the other side of it before many times.
Sure.
And then Austin was not done yet.
Oh, I know.
He's going to play the Miracle City catch, whatever you want to call it.
Music City
Bowl, Music City, whatever it was. It was not music to Jay Foreman.
Hey.
As he's on the sideline watching his playoff and Super Bowl hopes go down the drain. And my man Austin want to play it. You know, Austin, I love you, AO. But that was dirty work, dog.
That was dirty. And I've never been prouder.
You like stuff like that.
Well, here's the deal. Well, here's why.
You guys get some type of high of watching the old guys suffer or bring back.
That's not true.
To rip wounds and to reopen.
Jay is not perfect. When are people going to realize this?
None of us are claiming we're perfect. We just understand, why do you have to exploit pain for your benefit and your pleasure?
Because they do it to us. I walk in this morning and I get ridiculed right off the bat for my outfit. I get yelled at about my short sleeve hoodie, and then I get told that I find out that AD,
out of every show on the ticket, out of every show, in your mind, what show would be the last that anybody should take fashion advice from?
You know what? Sometimes you just got to plead the fifth.
Okay, that's fine. You have to. You always do. You always do. I need you to stand. Get my back here.
Hey, okay, Swim, I'll back you up. I love my guy Sip. Sip will tell you he's got some quirkiness to the dress.
But they decide to come on the air.
That's Sip though. That's how he rolls.
It is. But I'm telling you,
Sip wipes off cheese from his Cheetos on his socks.
Yes.
He's a different cat. Yeah, but that's why we love Sip. That's how he rolls, man.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you, the last show that I would ever take fashion advice from is the folks that go from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Without names, you guys all know.
Without names, you all know. You just said it without
from
saying
6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I come in with So today
First of all, I like your outfit.
Thank you.
What's wrong with the short sleeves? I like that.
They said that short sleeve hoodies are stupid. They also I believe one of the quotes that I got about vests, because I love vests.
Yeah.
Was one of the quotes that I got about vests. Now, granted, I will back up Jake, so I'm honest here and transparent. Jake is a vest guy. The other two on the show from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. is not not vest guys. They think vests are stupid.
I like vests.
I think vests are very, very.
What type of vest are we talking about?
Like just a black vest that you can, like, you wear golfing or you wear out to dinner, right?
Yeah, I wear a vest.
It just takes the chill off.
Takes the chill off, and it's a nice piece.
And here's the deal.
Ensemble.
Like, so the other part was AD. I walked in this morning. So I have a haircut today.
Mm-hmm.
Big day today. Love haircut day. I have a haircut today. And the problem is that I did not want to actually like gel my hair, style my hair, put product in my hair like I normally do. I was just wanting to leave it just whatever after I showered this morning. Well, part of that, I needed to put a hat on. So I literally just walk into the building.
Hat, by the way.
Thank you. I walked into the building with it backwards. And like I was not paying attention.
I already know where y'all going.
I was not paying attention to what it looked like. I was not paying attention to anything. And within 15 seconds of walking into the building, oh, Matt Rule Jr. We got Matt Jr. It's Matt Rule in the building. Oh, look at this. Are you trying to be Matt? Are you trying to be Coach Rule, Nick? Instantly. And then I got told that instantly a backwards hat makes you, and then they called me a name.
Oh,
and so
man, they came at you like that,
nonstop. And this
I
was
gotta
like
get here a little early to protect my dog.
Once
man.
again, this is 2 days after they blame me for the phone lines not working.
Yeah.
Without me being able to defend myself, which we found out at our staff meeting last night. It was just an equipment malfunction. There was nobody at fault for it. I just, once again, I feel like I got to come on here and for the first 15 minutes of the show every morning, defend myself of things that were said to me for the previous 3 hours without my knowledge.
You know, you got to start saying to yourself, I'm not going to take this anymore, man. We're not going to take it.
I would
you
love
got to start doing that,
I
man.
would love that.
Swim, I got a haircut this morning too, man.
Whoa.
You know, it was a.
Whoa.
See that, man?
Yeah.
This was, if you can see it on the camera, this is a
That's
morning
clean.
shave. It's clean, but Swim, here's the whoopsie. It was an almost whoopsie. I use those Harry shavers. Text line if you guys use the Harrys, let me know.
Great smelling shaving cream.
Yeah, the shaving cream was good. I don't use that much because my skin is sensitive to that. Why you laugh, man? Why you laugh?
Nothing. No, normally the shaving cream helps with sensitive skin, but yours is.
Swim. My skin is so sensitive. This is not.
Yes.
This is just flat out truth.
I like that hoodie too. I'm about to buy one today.
You like that?
I do.
Unreal.
I do. I like
it. Really
those a
hugs
lot.
you nice.
It does.
It hugs you.
I almost wore my black Unreal long sleeve hoodie, but I took it off.
Jay Foreman is the one that got me turned on to this stuff, man. See, the fashionistas.
That's
man.
what I'm saying. From 3 to 6, half of that show on 3 to 6. I might take some. Don't tell Jay though.
Here's what happened, man. I'm shaving, and those Harry shavers, you know, the new ones are sharp.
Yeah.
So you gotta be very careful. I thought I nicked the back of my head, and it was just some water that was still back there. So I was glad that I did not go that route. But it was almost had some to the white meat.
Yeah,
I've done it to the white meat before, dog.
Well, the worst part is if you just nick yourself a little bit.
Oh, it's a gusher.
It never stops bleeding.
No, it is a gusher. And Swim, the reason why that shaving cream and stuff like that, like when I shave my head, I have to shave like the forward, you know, back to forward. When I get to the back to the top down, and so I'm real careful with that. But I didn't have acne growing up.
Oh yeah.
A lot of
you know what? I didn't either.
I had very, very little. And my mom was like,
"This is gonna get weird. We're gonna get personal here." Did you ever have like sweat pimples? Okay, that might have just been like a baseball thing because like as my catcher's mask, so I'd have a catcher's mask on, obviously, and here like around my chin is where it would get. I mean, obviously a lot of dirt and from the field and
the
stuff,
grime and everything,
and everything, and it'd just be sitting there while I'd sweat, and then it would just sit there along my chin. So I would just get these like
potpourri of just infections.
I don't want to know. I found my old. This is funny actually. I found my old catcher's helmet from high school the other day.
Lord.
I mean, that was like a helmet that had. I mean, we're talking like 300 games under it, and it was. That's probably where COVID was started. I'm serious.
From your chin strap?
from my catcher's mask in the chin department. But
anyway. Hey, David said AD has to use that black magic.
I guess so.
There's some good stuff.
Why don't you pull the inner Jay Foreman and grow your hair out?
No, Jay has great hair. He's like the modern day Frederick Douglass. Mm-hmm. Frederick Douglass he's one of my heroes, man. He was a former slave, black abolitionist. Jay's, if you look up pictures of Jay, text line, I'm gonna tell you to do this. And this is all due seriousness, man. He's one of my heroes. Jay's got hair like Frederick Douglass. He's got that salt and pepper thing going on. Mm-hmm. Jay can rock that. I could not grow 2% of the hair that Jay has on his head.
Okay.
I would look like George Jefferson from Good Times.
That's all right.
So Money G, this with this picture of Troy Polamalu, I couldn't grow that if I didn't touch my hair for the next 40 years. I just my hair days are done on the top of the dome, man. They're just gone. And I started shaving it off for years. So
there'll be a day where I go talk to my barber about, hey man, like how much time do we have left? Like how much time do I have left?
You mean like in life?
No.
That's a hell of a question to ask your barber.
I know.
Hey dog, how much time I got?
Listen, Mike, how much time I got? No, I'm gonna talk to Mike. I'm gonna be like, listen, Mike, how much time we got left with these locks?
Jay Foreman says you're trying so hard to be like Jake.
That's right. Jay tries hard to be like other people too. What? Hey, I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now that I told Jay this yesterday. I like the hair. I like Jay's hair. He's just got to get cleaned up a little bit every now around the edges. Around the edges, just got to get cleaned up a little bit.
Hey, Raph, you did not have to text that in, man, on my personal phone. He goes 14 years ago yesterday. He's talking about when his Broncos just left my Steelers in misery. There's a lot of folks in misery. We got a full show for you guys tonight. Yeah. Ole Miss is done, as you know, if you watched that game last night. I sent Swim a picture. I was on a webinar. I was watching the football game. Then at 7, I plugged in the women's basketball game. But we got a full show for you this morning. We're going to talk about ladies basketball. They took care of Indiana last night, 78-73. We'll discuss that a little bit before we go to break. Also, what's up?
Well, I was going to say, we have to talk about the breaking news in the local news scene. A friend of ours is making the return.
Yes. You do it. You do it.
Nathan Brennan. Mm-hmm. Not back to the ticket, but back to Lincoln.
I'm so pumped for Nate, and congratulations to Nate and his bride.
Yeah.
Was down in KC. He's going to come back. He'll be the evening anchor on
the big dog
on 10-11 News. I can see him. I'm Nate Brennan. Have a great night.
Yeah. He's the big dog. Starts January 20. He might be joining us on one of these days. He might be joining the show one of these days. He called me yesterday, or well, I guess I called him yesterday. We were texting back and forth because I've known about this for the last 2 or 3 months or so. But man, it's been exciting because Nate and I have a lot of history. But either way, he was coming back and he was like, hey, I might just make a full day of it on the ticket. I might just stop on by.
He's more than
welcome.
And
I said, you're more than welcome on the show with AD and I. And I said, we'll have a lot of fun. So he moves here January 18th. His first day at 10-11 is the 20th. And so I said, hey, on the 19th, we might have to watch the national championship together. So
awesome. I'll be watching. I wanted to watch it. I speak in York that day.
Oh.
So I can tell you right now, I will not be here the 19th. I won't be here on the 20th. I'll be back on the 21st. But nevertheless, I'll be watching it in Kearney someplace. Yeah, your town. I'm just going to tell them to swim. I know swim, so they'll give me a la carte at that point, man. I'll do whatever I want to do.
That's not true.
Folks, Nebraska took care of Indiana last night. Women's basketball, we'll discuss that real quick. Also, the big game last night, we'll discuss that at 9:25 in detail, along with tonight's game, Indiana versus Oregon. That'll take place in the Georgia Dome. We got history coming up. 10 o'clock NFL weekend slate and predictions. There's a lot going on in the NFL. Of course, that action starts tomorrow. Man, I am pumped to watch that evening game. I'm pumped for Sunday's games. And, of course, the Steelers versus Houston on Monday. We just got a buffet of football coming up. At 10:30, we'll dip into a little bit of Nebraska portal news, any things that have taken place. And also the Husker men got an 11 a.m. tip-off against Indiana in Indiana. It'll be another tester. You forget they're just on the road just a few nights ago in Ohio, in Columbus, where they took care of that game, which still blows me away how there's some saying, well, who have they played? What are you talking about? We'll discuss that as well. But a lot of basketball we'll discuss, but a lot of college football. Miami took care of Ole Miss last night. We'll discuss that. Indiana versus Oregon as well. Swim real quick. Last night, Nebraska takes care of Indiana 78-73. Nebraska improves to 14-2 overall, 3-10 in the Big Ten. Britt Prince, Swim, she's the truth. Like I said, I was on this webinar, and I'm watching the game because there were things I didn't have to pay attention to, but I'm paying attention to Britt Prince, and it was something to pay attention to because in the fourth quarter, she took over 11 of her 20 points in the final period, 7 assists, just 1 turnover. And Swim, remember I told you I was worried about those turnovers? Well, they slashed them in half last night because they had 20 assists as a team, only 7 turnovers, so they slashed that in half. And Swim, if those turnovers are higher, they probably lose that game last night against Indiana because Indiana came back and took the lead at one point as far as that goes. Logan Nisley chipped in 11. Jessica Petrie, 18 points, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks. Defense, but they didn't have much for Shea Cizeski, 31 points. But it was the fourth quarter, and she ran out of gas. Big shout out to Sam Hoiberg, man. He did a heck of a job last night on the call. It was on Big Ten Plus. So there are parts of the webinar I just put on mute because they had the screens going, so I was able to record that part. But big shout out to Sam, and Bill Dolman, who has been in the radio and TV industry for a long time, a tutor for my daughter at the University of Nebraska in the broadcasting department, as well as Sam. Bill Dolman, you're putting out great products, equipping these guys. I know, Swim, that you know Bill Dolman as well. Sam, great job last night, but the ladies took care of business. Nebraska led by 12 in the first half, controlled the tempo early. But Indiana surged late in that third. And honestly, I was a little nervous in that third quarter because they actually took the lead, but Nebraska took care of business. They've shown they can win close games. They can be physical in Big Ten games. But, Nick, I'm going to tell you, what cost them against USC and Iowa, and we talked about that, was double-digit turnovers. It's hard to beat top-rated teams with double-digit turnovers. And with that being said, bro, they're facing number 4 UCLA on Sunday night at Pinnacle Bank Arena. UCLA's only lost to one team, and that's number 2 ranked Texas. So Nebraska, that's 7 turnovers. They're going to have to hover around that same area or less because UCLA, as we both know, we played them last year. They're athletic, they're long, and they remind me a lot, Swim, and I'll get you into it before we go to break. They remind me a lot of USC with their athleticism.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. I was going to say they got a big test right around the corner. UCLA comes into town, and it's going to be a big one. You talk about the momentum that this one can provide Nebraska, though, if they're able to somehow beat UCLA at home. And hopefully it's going to be a good crowd. Once again, January 11th, 6 p.m. That's this Sunday night. So we'll see. Nebraska will have their hands full. The athleticism part was an area where I think we noticed a little bit of a differential between USC and Nebraska. And we hope that maybe that gap has been narrowed over the last couple of weeks, because when we were there on the 29th, I believe, of December, it was a little wider than we'd like it to be.
It was. And they were in that game very much, as well as the Iowa game. Again, the double-digit turnovers against top-rated teams like that, they will make you pay the price. So well done, Nebraska, last night. Get them rested up for the ladies as they will take on number 4 UCLA Sunday night at the Vault. And that will be on TV. That's going to be on the Big Ten Network. Yes, it will. Big Ten Network. So,
nice job,
folks. Thank you, buddy. I like when I can. Oh, Bill Callahan here. Swim, do you remember Bill Callahan?
I do remember Bill. I was 6 years old.
I was the football coach here at Nebraska.
I did get a personal text asking a question that they wanted me to ask you.
What's that?
Are you staying at a hotel in York, Nebraska?
No.
Okay.
York is good people, though.
I got the question that said York is a 40-minute drive away. Are you really staying in a hotel?
No, I go from York to Kearney because I speak in Kearney the next day. And instead of coming all the way back here, and then I'm like, no, just go.
I mean, you could have just taken your little Cessna plane out there, but
What, a little remote control one?
No, your little own Cessna.
Tell me if this Cessna you speak of.
It says AD on the side.
Yeah.
Aaron Davis.
Yeah. Athletic director. And I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Folks, we come back. We'll discuss Miami's victory yesterday. And I tell you what, Carson Beck has taken a lot of crap. 7 years in college. But I tell you what, he took him over the hump yesterday against Ole Miss. We'll discuss that as well as Signetti. Google me. Speaking of Google me, California unknown texter. Good morning, my friend 8668. Who is Nate Brennan? Nate was with the station for years prior to 2 years ago before he took the move to Kansas City and took over down there, and he'll be back as the anchor for 1011 News. Very good friend of the station. Folks, we'll be right back. It's The Drive. It's Friday.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320. Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in January. Try their hot chocolate latte, cookie croissants, and special winter flavor hot cocoa cream cheese on any bagel. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward, Bagels and Joe.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to start strong, so you can give everything you've got. From plate-loaded strength equipment and functional training areas to treadmills, stair climbers, and free weights. Our equipment is best in class, and our clubs are right around the corner, so you can make this your strongest year yet. Join the club today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 9th. Are you coming? Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet. See club for details.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
The time is now. Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon registration is now open, and prices are rising. The sooner you sign up, the less you pay. Set the goal, start training. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org. Race day is May 3rd.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G165184. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Husker Nation, conference play is here for Husker women's hoops, and we need your help. The Huskers had one of their best starts ever, completing non-conference play with a perfect 12-0 record. But Big Ten play will be a challenge, and they need to hear Husker Nation in the stands for every basket, steal, and each and every win. The road to March starts now, so don't wait. Head to huskers.com/tickets and secure your seat for some unforgettable matchups in PBA. Go Big Red.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's man.
Oh, sorry. Backwards hat. No, not good. It makes me, nope, can't wear it.
Yo, Nick, swim.
Sorry.
Yo, thank God it's Friday.
God bless.
Ding, ding, dong. Ding, 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 dong. Get your head spinning. You know, it's like Dr. Dre. Yo, swim. Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. It is I'm a big like fan of music, obviously. AD, and it's New Music Friday. There was a lot of new music dropped today for the first time in 10 years. No.
Not Quinn 92.
No. There's more to me.
I don't know, dog.
There's more to me.
You and Quinn, it's up there, bro.
There is more to me. But here's the deal. Today, for the first time in 10 years, and 97% of our audience is not going to care about this, and that's okay. I've never been a Bruno Mars fan, but for the first time in 10 years, he dropped new music.
I didn't realize that.
Bruno Mars today. Also, Zach Bryan. This will be applicable to Husker fans and just to folks here. Zach Bryan obviously going to be playing at Memorial Stadium in April. He just dropped an entire new album today. So if you want a precursor to what you might hear if you're going to that concert, Zach Bryan just released his entire new album today. So I'm sure there'll be a lot of that music there.
That is cool. Folks, before we talk about college football.
You don't care one bit.
I can really care.
That hurts. You know,
oh my God, that's
cool.
That's
it. I'm done. I'm going to get over there. I'm going to give you a piece of my mind.
I think it's cool.
No, you don't care.
You know, so when it comes to music,
don't care.
I'm just, I don't want to say this. Okay. No, this is a thing of beauty. When I'm listening to the radio, I'm listening to our station most of the time.
100%.
So I don't listen to a lot of music if I'm not in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, okay, let me ask, or if I'm golfing, which I haven't played since August 12th, I don't listen, I just don't turn on the radio a lot. And when I'm working, it's either going to be jazz or classical. just so I can just dial in. But I really don't know a lot of new artists and things like that. It's crazy. I'm listening to sports, I'm listening to jazz or something like that. Another guy I listened to, though, that's got good advice, and it was great to see him yesterday evening, is Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. He's been a well-respected rep since 1999. You like that segue. Jack can protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or in Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Swim, it was a heck of a game last night, in particular in the fourth quarter. And literally, it went down to the wire. And there were some people I was looking on social media early this morning. Man, that was a PI. You are not getting a PI unless it's absolutely, you're just getting robbed. That it's not going to be a Hail Mary to the left side of the end zone of the toss-up as you're on your phone text and not paying attention to what I'm saying. You're talking about. What did I just say?
About the toss-up, about the PI at the end of the game. I'm telling you right now.
Like one of my kids when they're in trouble. About the toss-up, about the end of the game.
You know why I was on my phone? I was pissed because there's national basketball analysts right now who are talking about how Nebraska basketball is a fraudulent team.
I was telling you about that. We're going to get into it.
And I've been waiting for Jeff Goodman of Field of 68 to tweet out something like that about how Nebraska is fraudulent. And I'm crafting a tweet to quote tweet it with.
Did you hear me? You heard me earlier when I said I don't. Okay,
it is an absolute. It is an absolute atrocity.
We're going to hold
we're having this conversation
because I about ripped one of my frat brothers' heads off because he's a graduate of Maryland. Yes. Oh, Maryland got some ballers, bro. Shut up.
Yeah.
Let us have this, man. First of all, we're not having it. We've been taking it.
Dude, there are 2 teams in all of college basketball that have 5 or more quad 1 wins, and it's Duke and it's Nebraska. Yeah, so stop with that garbage.
Swim, believe me, I've had to contain myself. I will contain myself. Miami wins 31-27 last night. Text line, let us know your thoughts on the game last night. Were you going for Ole Miss? Were you going for Miami? As Nick will tell you, yesterday I could not even put the Miami helmet on. It is against my background mentally as a Husker, to each their own. But for me, I am not putting on a Miami Hurricane helmet. None of that stuff. No disrespect. I don't care less about Miami. But Miami got it done yesterday. Like them, love them, whatever you want to call it. Miami simply won. This wasn't just a win, in my opinion, Swim. This was a statement. Because Carson Beck, and rightfully so, I even said it yesterday. I said he's not been the most consistent, which he hasn't been, in particular in the middle of the year. But they had trusted each other. They had composure. And a quick side note I found out last night while watching SVP, that was the first time they've ran that play. The one that Carson ran in for the touchdown untouched. The final offensive play had never been called this season. Their offensive coordinator, Shannon Dawson, he said he saved it for the biggest moment. And it's hard to argue from that was the biggest moment. Initial thoughts for you on the game last night?
Man, it was what a college football playoff semifinal should be. I think that's fair. Maybe it started off not as intriguing, but man, that final 10 minutes of the fourth quarter was as cinematic as I think you can ever, as you could picture, as you could ever dream of.
It was like 2 heavyweights.
You had 3 lead changes in the matter of 5 minutes of game time. You had guys also doing things in unique ways. Ole Miss was carving up Miami's defense, which is Miami's strongest side of the ball late in the game. And then you also had, obviously towards the end, right, you had the field goal that gave Ole Miss the lead, I believe it was. And then Miami came down and scored on the touchdown to Malachi Toney. And then you had it to where Ole Miss then scored again on a beautifully drawn up play to the tight end in the corner of the end zone. Trinidad Chambliss is legit. I called him Winidad earlier yesterday as well, because it seems like all he did for a large time period was just win. But for the most part,
things you see on those streets. That was
a heck of a puff.
I thought that was a semi that came by and blew their stack in front of our window, man. I was like, where is the guy?
Anyway, people's comfortability to just stand in front of our window. He
stood in front and took the whole token.
I know. I was like, man, the sun is setting. Anyway, so it was
one hell of a lung dart.
He had that one where Miami brought the pressure, and there were a couple of times where I felt like the officials maybe towards the end of the game inserted themselves when they didn't need to, because they hadn't been inserting themselves the entirety of the game to that point. However, Trinidad had a scramble at the end, right, where he goes up the far sideline and was able to move the chains for a first down. There were just dudes making plays. And then above all, Kawan Lacey when he was injured and you didn't know what his second half was going to look like. He comes out and just continues to try to shoulder the load.
He runs so smooth.
He does. He does.
He
And
runs
so
smooth.
we'll see what the future holds for Ole Miss. A large group, a large chunk of their team potentially is coming back. They're trying to get Trinidad Chambliss to get another year of eligibility. We'll see.
Do you think, and this obviously we don't know, but do you think you see a number of players from Ole Miss hit the portal?
I don't think so. I have a weird feeling that you don't. Like, we've already seen, so it was a unique situation yesterday because Austin Simmons, who is Ole Miss's backup quarterback, he's already committed to Missouri. He entered the portal and committed to Missouri. And we saw that last year as well with playoff teams, to where they would allow their guys to enter the portal and say, hey, I'm going to enter the portal after the season, because yet here's the deal. Like, the national championship's on the 19th.
The Oregon's running back.
But the championship's on the 19th. If you have this mindset of that your team is going to be in the Natty, then you're 3 days past the deadline to enter the portal, which once again goes, I think, and it shows a larger issue with the schedule of the college calendar. And so that's where I think it just illustrates that point a little larger. But for the most part, like, I give credit to Ole Miss. They navigated such a bizarre and unique situation, and they did it relatively successfully. And they ran into a Miami team that's playing really good football at the exact right time.
Some of the stats from that game, Beck was 23 of 37, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns. Fletcher, 22 carries for 133, and Shamar Brown, does he stay in Miami? You wonder if he stays and keeps riding this thing out. He had 14 carries for 54 yards. Remember, he was the young man that we went after, Shamar Brown, the Omaha native, acquitted for 54 yards last night. Marion had 7 catches for 114. Tony, 5 for 81. And you know what, Swim? And Foreman, you'd remember this. Tony's that little short brother, Malachi Tony. It seems like they had a dude named Little when we played against Miami back in 94. It seems like Miami's, they also had, I forget that other short dude's name. Foreman, if you're listening, oh, man, I cannot think of his name. But Miami's always seems to got those quick, short slot receivers that are tough matchups for safeties and corners, and sometimes even backers as far as that goes. But they're just, Miami just kind of overwhelmed. And then Daniels had 20-something yards on receiving.
Yeah.
But your boy, Trinidad, 23, almost identical yards to Carson, 23 passes for 37, 277, 1 touchdown. Lacey, of course, the big run that he had was 73 yards, 11 for 73. Diggs kicked in for 10 yards. But passing-wise, it was well-distributed. Stribling had 77. Lee had 67. Wright had 64. Then Wallace topped it off with 40. And they end up losing that match. And one interception that Beck had was the tipped pass, if you would. Yeah. So kind of have his control. But Swim, the last play of the game, at least the last possession of the game, for the Hurricanes, it was in Carson's hands. 24 seconds left, ball on the 3-yard line. Many coaches run it. And they said, you know what? Yeah, we're going to run it all right. Carson Beck, he checked out there, didn't see what he's seen on any of the reads. He says, I'm going in. He went untouched. And here's the thing about it. He wasn't flashy yesterday. He wasn't perfect. 1 of 7 throws of 15-plus yards.
I was going to say,
1 interception off a tip ball.
They're in the second half up until the last possession of the game, there was not a single time that he had a completion beyond the line of scrimmage, because the one to Malachi Tony was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. So that feels like a Philadelphia Eagles stat, though, with Jalen Hurts.
It really does.
And they still win the game.
It's like you said, it's not flashy, it's not perfect, but it's effective because they won. But here's a stat as we close this part out. Only 2 interceptions in his last 195 passes. I would have not thought that, Swim. I would have thought maybe 4, maybe. I did not think only 2 interceptions in his last 195 passes. And in the fourth quarter alone, he was 8 of 13 for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns, as you talked about the fiery finish.
And let's just, I will hang my hat on this as much as I can. And it's very, very relevant considering it's transfer portal season going on right now. And there's a lot of visits being had, and Nebraska just got a new quarterback. Trinidad Chambliss was at Ferris State last year. That you want to talk about whether or not identification is crucial in college football. Trinidad Chambliss was good enough to win the game last night, and he's been good enough all season long to be on a team like Ole Miss, and he was at Ferris State last year. So it does not matter where you come from. It does not. I mean, Indiana's a great example. We're going to see them tonight. It does not matter about stars. It matters about figuring out what you want to do. And that's why I think Nebraska fans have a right, as we bring this back to Nebraska a little bit. Nebraska fans have a right, and it is not out of the realm of possibility for, you're not asking for them to make magic over there. Like they're not. You're not. You're asking them to do their job to the highest ability. And this is a quarterback that was at Division II Ferris State last year. And I was thinking about that as they had the overhead camera. They had it where it was, they have the overhead camera. It's behind the offense, and you can kind of see the entire field, and you see all the fans in the lower bowl. And I'm thinking to myself, it'd be fascinating to have this conversation with Trinidad about you were at a Division II program last year, a successful one that Ferris State is successful, but you were at a Division II program last year, and here you are one win away from the national championship. Just what are the emotions? Because I think that there's a lot that you can really take from that.
Swim, I think it's a great reminder sometimes to never judge a book by its cover until you've dug in and read. You've got a body of work, so we'll see what happens. Jeremy Lincoln, thank you so much. I was thinking, I knew it was a name for the Dukes of Hazzard. I knew it wasn't Duke, but Roscoe Parrish. Roscoe Parrish, Jeremy, thank you. Also, Santana Moss, absolutely. Old Dad, yes. His last name was Hill, is the one we played against. He was number 3 for them during that time. Boat Anchor, yes, Santana Moss. Hizzleberry, Santana Moss. Yes, those guys, Miami just always had a slew of those guys that were just freaky fast, athletic, and could cut on a dime and cause a lot of ankle repairs on the opponent. Folks, when we come back, quick history segment, and we're also going to dig into Cignetti in Oregon tonight, because Swim, as you know, it is tough to beat a team twice.
It is.
It's going to be down in the Georgia Dome, the dirty South, the ATL.
Two of the best motivators in the game.
Oh, yeah. Very intense individuals. Very intense. So we'll discuss that. We got history. We'll discuss them at 10 o'clock, along with more college football, but also the NFL preview, what's going on. And that'll take us for the hour because there's a lot of football to discuss. Folks, there's football tonight.
College basketball.
There's football tomorrow. There's football Sunday. There's football Monday. It's football. And there's basketball. And it's The Drive. We'll be back.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
The time is now. Lincoln Marathon and Half Marathon registration is now open, and prices are rising. The sooner you sign up, the less you pay. Set the goal, start training. Register now at lincolnmarathon.org. Race day is May 3rd.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at koppelcars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G165184. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Don't wait. The clock is ticking at Landmark Implement's annual inventory reduction sale. For a limited time, get special financing as low as 1.9% for 12 months, then 6.2% interest for 48 months on select equipment. No auction, no waiting, just inventory price to move. Once it's gone, it's gone. Visit Landmark Implement or shop online at landmarkimp.com. Then click on the featured used equipment and experience the Landmark difference.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day and a light breeze. The afternoon high around 42. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover and light winds, a low around 25. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return. It'll be breezy and cooler with a high near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
So, folks, we are back. I brought in my weight vest for Swim to use at his leisure. It's 25 pounds.
This is insane.
You know what I call him?
What?
You know what I call him?
What?
That's Big Boy.
This is Big Boy.
Now, Swim, think about this. That's 25 pounds. How much do you weigh now?
Let's see. I weigh 221.
And your high was 271?
276.
You could put literally two more of those on. One more of those, not two more, one more of those on you, and that's how much weight you were carrying around.
My heart's kind of pumping a little. Just sitting here. See, the problem is, I gotta get my cardio up by like January 25th. So I need to really lose some of this water weight that I've been hanging on to, and so cardio is the way to go about that.
Swim. I used to do kickboxing with that thing on.
No way.
Oh yeah, and I would do the 45-minute class with you. You can ask Jeff and Nicole. And for the first time I did it, literally within 2 minutes, I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
No.
You know what I did? I said some choice words to myself, and I said, "Suck it up," and just the key thing with that is your breathing.
Yeah,
you have to control your breathing. So when I would wear that, I knew the first 5 minutes was going to be rough, and it's just with your punches,
is it in through the nose, out through the mouth? Is that what they usually say?
Whatever works best for you is what I say. Whatever you do, just don't hold your breath. That's the key. And gritting your teeth and all that stuff. You got to breathe. So when you're wearing that, even though the treadmill, it is. But I'm telling you, it is a game changer.
All right,
and obviously not every day.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I might try to do it every day.
I mean, you could. I mean, you're 20, dude. You're 24. You can do.
I know. Hopefully, it doesn't take that long for me to lose I'm trying to get down for another like 11 pounds. So
that will help.
I was to say, I'm pretty sure that this will go pretty quick.
It's the thing about that is your body is constantly working because you just added 25 pounds onto your frame.
Yeah,
and you're moving it and carrying it. So man,
it's a grind.
It's going to be a game changer for you,
grind.
dog. Real quick history segment, y'all. Real quick history segment that I got. Swim. Okay, speaking of history, though, before I dive into mine, you said 11 pounds.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to like 210.
When are you trying to lose that by?
I don't know. The end of the month.
So it doesn't matter.
No,
so
I don't have anything.
So
because I'm trying to just get to like maintain time.
Okay. So you just want to get to, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying now. I was going to say,
there's no reason why I want to get down to it. A certain amount.
Want to see a certain individual?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
Pounds lighter?
That has nothing to do with it.
Well, speaking of boxing and weight, Joe Louis. I don't know how Joe Louis was the other, but I know he got his butt whooped.
Yep.
Joe Louis was 173 years old when he lost, but Joe Louis in 1942, in his 20th title defense, Joe Louis knocks out Buddy Bear in the first round of their rematch to retain his world heavyweight champion boxing title at New York's Madison Square Garden. Also, the Big O, Oscar Robertson, who our very own Mr. Albert Maxey played basketball with.
Whoa.
When they were in high school in 1958, Oscar Robertson scores 56 points against Seton Hall team. That was crazy. 56 points.
That's wild.
Seton Hall team as a whole, how many points do you think they had, Nick?
Did he outscore them all by himself?
He did. They had 54.
Yep, exactly. Oscar Robertson versus Seton Hall.
Pretty much what it was. So Joe Louis and Big O are the history for the day. Folks, when we come back, there's a very quick history segment because we got a lot of football to discuss. I want to know, text in, does Cignetti get it done? Or does Dan Lanning and his Oregon Ducks get a revenge on the early loss this season? Because the winner meets Miami in Miami, January 19th at a 6:30 start time. We'll be back, folks, to discuss it all. It's The Drive.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the top-selling Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to help blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide smooth energy so you can cruise through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found in Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket immediately after every Nebraska men's basketball game for 1 hour of post-game recap. The Nebraska Basketball Postgame Show is sponsored by Union Bank and Trust, John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, and the Lincoln Airport on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
And electrical.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild has a delicious way for you to enjoy beef brisket. It's our open-faced hot beef sandwich. We start with our grilled Texas toast. Add a scoop of creamy mashed potatoes. Load them up with some tender Hog Wild beef brisket and top it off with our tasty brown gravy. It's absolutely delicious. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainer.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
It's on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we're back on this fantastic Friday. It is football galore, football some more. Swim tonight, Indiana takes on O-R-E-G-O-N. Oregon. I almost said Ohio. I just haven't made it up.
I thought you said I thought you were about to say Ole Miss.
I was about to say Ohio State, but they're gone. It just shows you how my mind is all over the place. Dude, I'm just glad it's Friday. Swim, it feels good to have your health. Yes. I can't stress that enough, man. I can't stress it enough. Speaking of health, we're going to see two healthy teams take it on tonight. Swim, this is the game. I was excited for Miami Ole Miss. Don't get me wrong. I was excited for that. But text line, let me know, are you more excited for this game tonight, or for you, is it just meh?
I'm pumped for tonight.
Why so?
I think naturally it's just because the phenomenon that is Curt Cignetti and the Indiana Hoosiers storylines.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think on the other side with Oregon is are they able to take what they learned from losing at home to the Hoosiers earlier in the season, and are they able to make the adjustment to win today on a neutral site? This is a game that proximity-wise, geographically, is much closer for Indiana than it is for Oregon. Oregon had to play in Miami last year. You talk about two almost cross-country road trips, Miami, and then tonight's in Atlanta, I believe. So you talk about two long trips. How does Oregon handle that for the second week in a row? I think they'll be fine. But once again, Dante Moore and the Oregon Ducks, man, there's a lot of injuries on that Oregon team. Do we see that come back to finally kind of bite them in the butt tonight?
Indiana's favored by 3.5 in this game. 6:30 kickoff. You look at, obviously, the key injuries you got right now is Jordan Davison. He's out, upper body running back for Oregon. Noah Whittingham, he's questionable, running back for Oregon as well. Lee Beebe is a running back for running back for Indiana. Tyler Morris, wide receiver, is out as well. So there's a lot of things going. So just look at the tail of the tape. Total yards, Indiana's averaging 468. They're seventh. Oregon's at 457. Passing yards, 243 to Oregon, 238 to Indiana. Rushing yards, 206 to 20. You see the theme we're getting here. Average points a game, 38 for the Ducks, 41 for the Hoosiers. They're equally matched in a lot of different ways, Swim. But one thing is their third down percentages. That's probably the biggest gap because Indiana converts almost 60% of the time on third down conversions, 56.5, which is close to 60, 45% for Oregon. Swim, I think, and I'm going to key on that number for the simple fact that third down is going to be huge in a game like this when you have two high octane offenses, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that when you look at that's what's so impressive about Indiana. Like you look at what some of the holes were last year, and they filled some of those voids, especially on the defensive side of the ball last year that they had maybe when in the games that they lost, obviously on the road to Notre Dame and stuff in the first round. But I just go back to with Oregon, it feels like they haven't hit their ceiling yet. Like that's where I'm at with Oregon. Now, part of it could be the injuries are holding them back. But their defense with Mateo Uyunglele, and how about former Lincoln Southeast football player Tatum Tuioti? We forget that Tony Tuioti is still the defensive line coach for the Oregon Ducks, a guy that we used to coach at Nebraska. That is one of the strongest areas of the entire Oregon team. their defense, it's kind of reversed of what you'd expect. Oregon's defense is most of the time tougher than their offense right now, more explosive than their offense right now. Different. Where then with Indiana, it's offense over the defense. I would give the edge to the Indiana offense. Now, which side of the other two, can Indiana's defense step up more tonight, or can Oregon's offense maybe make some things happen?
Swim, does it seem like no, texter 2206 coming to America, great quote. He's talking about that Muhammad Ali. You're right, Swim, in that doesn't it seem like Oregon has had to labor pretty hard in these games?
It doesn't feel like they've had, now obviously, like since the early season games against like Oklahoma State and stuff. It's interesting where you have Oregon, we're so accustomed to seeing them be so explosive and so score with ease, that over these last couple of weeks, and especially in the game against Indiana earlier in the season, it just felt so laborious to get into the end zone, to get into a spot to where you can get some points. Last week against Texas Tech, though, I was really impressed with their ability to just manage the game. It was methodical. It was strategic for all 4 quarters. Texas Tech, now partially because of Texas Tech's turnovers, they had 4 of them in the game against Oregon.
Costly.
If Indiana has, if either side has 4 turnovers tonight, you're not going to win a game. But can they force Fernando Mendoza, a Heisman winner, a future NFL quarterback, one of the oddest dudes in all of college football?
I love him, man.
Can you force him to do some uncharacteristic things? And that's going to be the question. Fernando Mendoza, he was asked yesterday at the media session what his pregame meal is the night before any game. Dinosaur chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. And he was 100% serious. I mean, the dude is just an oddball that here he is. And once again, we talked about Trinidad Chambliss earlier, coming from Ferris State. This is a guy that was identified from Cal. He maybe was higher on some transfer quarterback ranking lists. However, throughout all the transfers at the quarterback position that were last year and this year, you just never know. You have to find what fits your system and what you feel like you can work with.
Indiana's on a 14-game winning streak. Oregon's on an 8-game winning streak. Kind of the defensive tail of the tape before you get into predictions. Total yards, their defense, the Ducks, 267 to Indiana's 252. Passing yards, 143 for the Ducks, 160 for the Hoosiers. Rushing yards, Indiana's very stingy at 73. They're number 2 in the country. And Swim, not enough. And I think Miami, we were so enamored with Miami's defensive line, for rightfully so. But Indiana is number 2 in the country as far as total yards allowed.
Yeah.
They're only allowing 73 yards rushing. Indiana's defense is rough. I think that poses a lot of problems for Ohio because, like you mentioned, they struggle. I mean, Ohio, I said it again. Oregon, they struggled at times. Like we talked about, they labored a little bit. Do you think that falls into Indiana's hands facing a defensive front that they'll see tonight?
I think so. I just,
they're number 2 in the country.
Yeah. They are just so balanced from top to bottom. It is going to be interesting to see how. I don't know what wins this game tonight. Like, obviously the general college football things of like, hey, don't turn over the football, don't commit.
But there's some
penalties.
Little things too.
I don't know if I can look at this tonight and go, okay, yeah, you know what? The matchup that's going to decide this game is this team's offense versus this team's defense. And I don't know if we have that tonight. And that's what makes it maybe so intriguing for this, is because there is no cookie cutter way for us to look at this and say, hey, you know what? Sure, if Indiana runs it for 300 yards with Roman Hemby and I'm blanking on the other running back's name, sure, yeah, go ahead. You're going to do your thing. If Indiana can throw it around the yard and Fernando Mendoza is able to have his way, yeah, sure. But on the other side, Dante Moore is trying to show why he should be the second quarterback off the board. We have the top 2 NFL quarterbacks in next April's draft playing in the game tonight against each other.
Here's the other third down stat where I think it decides one of the key factors of the game tonight. Third down percentages, Indiana only gives it up 28% of the time. Again, tied for second. Here's the other part. Oregon's tied for 38th.
Yeah.
They sometimes stay on the field a little too long. And Swimming, you know as well as I do, you cannot allow Fernando Mendoza and company to stay on the field converting 4 out of X, converting 40% of the time, even 38% of the time. Because me and you both know if they get those odds, they're going to get points. May not be 7,
Yeah.
But it'll be 3, or they flip the field on you. So I think obviously the thing you talked about first, turnovers are always going to be a tail of the tape. But I also think down who can get off the field the fastest, because both of these teams are explosive. Oregon, to your point, has been very laborious as far as trying to score. Indiana's had no problems as far as that goes. And Alabama found that out the hard way, which, Nick, I'm still scratching my head at DeBoer in the second quarter, going for it on 4th and 1 at his own 38-yard line or something crazy like that, which they scored 5 plays later with a great catch in the end zone.
It does. And that's where, I mean, Oregon just can't make these massive mistakes. And yeah, Indiana's the favorite here, but I think it goes both ways. In all honesty, I think it's one of those things to where if you are Oregon or Indiana, you feel like if you slip up, you can't make these massive mistakes, because that's going to give Oregon an opportunity to come into the game and maybe take advantage of some positive field position or some mistakes on Indiana. But I would say this: doesn't it feel like Indiana is so difficult to beat because they just don't do stupid things?
That part.
Like we come into the game. Here's the thing: we come into the game, and a lot of times, like the coach conversation, right? It's we know about Curt Cignetti, and we can talk about the turnaround. But look, when we talk about in-game coaching, that's what I want to focus on here for a second, because you look at like what you just said about Kalen DeBoer in Alabama. They go for it on 4th down from on their own side of the 50-yard line, and you go, man, why would you do that? Well, on the other side, do you see, or can we even envision Curt Cignetti having that type of thought process?
And that's why it was, Swim, and I like DeBoer. That's why, and I was telling Raph this. Hey, what up, DF? DF is at the stoplight now. I think he's going to make a left at the next corner, come back and throat punch you on the run.
That's okay.
That's called a punch and go.
That's all right.
Instead of a drive-by, it's called a punch-by.
That's all right.
DF, love you, brother. Good to see you, my man. Swim, this is going to sound crazy. I'll say this part first. I like DeBoer. That's why it was so shocking to me. Remy and Raph were talking about this. Like, dude, I didn't see that coming. And that's why I know he's going, what the heck was I thinking?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can let your emotions get involved. Cignetti does not do that. This is going to sound shocking. I think Indiana wins by 10 or more.
Ooh, I don't see that happening.
I think Indiana wins by 10 or more.
So okay, would you rather see either one, Indiana or Oregon? They're going to go and try to win their first national title.
There's going to be a
history.
Big Ten team represented no matter what.
Well, that part. Which team would you rather see?
Indiana.
Doesn't it feel like America wants Indiana?
Because think about this for a second. Indiana has been the anti of everything we've seen so far in collegiate sports. Yes, they've got heck, a lot of their team came from JMU. We know that. But this was the losingest program in the history of college football prior to Cignetti. You win a Big Ten championship in year 2. You have a Heisman Trophy winner. The last time Indiana was even somewhat relevant in football because the personality was Lee Corso.
Yeah.
And Randall L., one of my favorite Steelers, played there at Indiana back in the day. I mean, we're talking Indiana. If we're not talking basketball, Indiana was never in the discussion.
Yeah.
And the way that Cignetti is just a no-nonsense, he's kind of quirky. He's kind of a football nerd. He says, but he also has a brush of brashness to him. Google me. Indiana needed all of that to come from the depth. I mean, they were dead. They were a dead football program. You couldn't give tickets away to go to Indiana games. You and Jay Foreman experienced it firsthand when you went to the game yourselves 2 years ago.
Yeah, we got
boat race in that game.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, Cignetti, to me, and some people he rubs the wrong way.
You're Cignetti.
I mean, there's a lot of times I am happy. I just don't show I'm happy. And if I'm going to ask my players, right, to play the first game, first play, to play 150 the same, regardless of the competitive circumstances, then I can't be seen on the sideline, right, high-fiving people and celebrating, or what's going to happen, right? What's the effect going to be, right? So that's why I am like I am during the game. Plus, I got to make important decisions and manage the game. These decisions we have to make in terms of game management, when to use timeout, when not to use timeout. People ask, do you ever get to enjoy this? And last week I asked Jeff Cake, I said, we just won the game, and I got 10 press conferences I got to do after the game. When am I going to enjoy this? So, no, I do smile, and I am happy at times.
There you go.
And again, I'm going to preface this. There is no comparison. as I say this. But demeanor, characteristics, habits, behaviors, he reminds me of the greats. Now, he hasn't won anything yet because, yeah, you got a Big Ten championship. That's great. But coaches like him, like I always say, Swim, that's a rest stop. That's Nebraska City. It ain't Kansas City, whatever your final destination may be. The dude simply is dialed in. He doesn't, if it's not about Indiana football and winning, I don't have time.
Yeah.
When you have a clear objective, when you raise your floor, Swim, a beautiful book that I've read, it's called The Science of Scaling by Dr. Benjamin Hardy.
Yeah.
I've told you about this book. When he says, when you raise the floor, meaning your standards, your frame, your expectations, anything beneath that does not get done. It doesn't get your attention. You give it no time. You give it no attention, no focus. Winning brings focus. Winning brings exposure. Winning brings athletes and resources and fans and keeps them. So anything that's below that, I'm not doing. I don't have time, or you're going to get minimal amount of my attention. Hence, he mentioned the 10 press conferences. He's in those press conferences like he's getting a root canal. Reminds me of a few other coaches, Saban, Osborne, Spurrier. I can go on and on
from the Saban tree.
Absolutely. Yeah. All those guys, you put it in basketball, as well. The winners, regardless of what sport, they're solely focused on the goal. I don't have time for the other stuff. Sometimes it's looked at as aloofness, as arrogance, as brashness. Call it what you want. One thing you can't question is they win.
Yeah, you're right. All right, AD, as we close this out, who do you got?
Indiana by 10 or more. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say 30-20.
I'm going to say Oregon. I'm taking the Ducks.
You want to put some push-ups on it?
I do.
Okay. I'll watch you do push-ups. You have to do them with the weight vest. So put it this way.
How about
put it this way. So whatever the difference in the score is, if they win by 3, add 5 push-ups to that number.
So 8.
So if they win by 3, to each point, you got to add 5 push-ups to it. So this could get nasty.
Oh, that could be gross. That could be real gross.
During COVID, my son Keenan will tell you, I did the thing I call them agony sets.
Yeah.
You do 20 push-ups, then you do 19.
Oh, yeah.
Then you do 18 all the way down.
Yeah. Once you get to like 16 or 6, that's when it starts to hurt.
We're just going to say this. Whatever the difference is, we have to do agony push-ups.
So like 3 to 2 to 1?
Yep.
Okay.
We have to do that.
That's fine.
We'll do agony push-ups. So what's your score?
I just hope it's a one-score game.
I'm saying
I love one-score games.
Swim 3-0.
yeah. Safety. No, that works for me. I think Oregon wins this one. I'm gonna say 31-24. I think Oregon wins it. Atticus Sappington gets a couple of field goals.
Atticus, I love that name.
I know.
Where's that name? Where was that name?
I do not.
From? You ever read the book To Kill a Mockingbird?
I remember when our class read it. I did not read it.
Didn't read about culture, huh?
Loved Spark Notes.
Spark Notes. Unknown texter 2206 as Oregon by 10. Thomas and Lincoln 21. Indiana point. Oh, snap. Thomas and Lincoln by 21. Bone 67. He said he did coach under Nick Saban for a while. Yes, he did. Speaking of Signetti and Lanning, both of these guys are under part of the Saban tree as far as that goes. I want to make sure I can read this. There we go. Unknown texter 1683. I worked for the University of Indiana Athletic Department in the early 2000s, and my boss, when I was hired, kept apologizing to me for how bad Indiana football was, and would say over and over, I know this is not what you're used to coming from Nebraska. Oh, have the times changed? Unknown texter 6883. I'd love to have you come talk to us on the show about what you saw in the 2000s at Indiana. I would love, whether you want to call in or whatever.
Yeah, potentially.
I want to make that happen. Hear what you got took place down there. David, you're right. Old school coach, exactly. The old school greats. And DF, you're exactly right. Those guys focused on the things that dealt directly with football. And yes, Bone 67, Saban, and Lanning were part of that tree, and so was Lane Kiffin was under that tree. And I think Mario Cristobal as well, Swim.
That's right.
I think all 4
of them were part of the Saban.
All 4 of those guys were. Folks, it's going to be a great one. Bill and Bennett says Oregon by 1. Hams and Beans, what's up, brother? Saban coached under Viginette's dad, too. Yes, he did under Cignetti's dad. I know he meant not Viginette's. Those are nice things you say. But under Cignetti, I know what you were saying. You're probably typing the text.
Yes.
Or something like that. Folks, when we come back, we'll talk a little NFL as well. I'm saying 30 for Indiana, 20 for Oregon. Nick, you're saying what?
I'm saying 31-24 Oregon.
Going to be a lot of agony push-ups for somebody.
That's only 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Times 5.
What?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
Yeah, you are. Also, we cannot go the entirety of the show, AD, without talking Nebraska versus Indiana.
Oh, we're talking about that next.
Okay, we better, because you just said NFL.
We'll
and I was about
NFL.
to come over there and throw punch.
See, why you want to assault a brother, man?
So, see, it's okay when they do it. It's a problem when I do it.
Oh, they?
Yeah.
What you mean by they?
We're not doing this. We're going to break.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Don't wait. The clock is ticking at Landmark Implement's annual inventory reduction sale. For a limited time, get special financing as low as 1.9% for 12 months, then 6.2% interest for 48 months on select equipment. No auction, no waiting, just inventory price to move. Once it's gone, it's gone. Visit Landmark Implement or shop online at landmarkimp.com. Then click on the featured used equipment and experience the Landmark difference.
Husker Nation, conference play is here for Husker women's hoops, and we need your help. The Huskers had one of their best starts ever, completing non-conference play with a perfect 12-0 record. But Big Ten play will be a challenge, and they need to hear Husker Nation in the stands for every basket, steal, and each and every win. The road to March starts now, so don't wait. Head to huskers.com/tickets and secure your seat for some unforgettable matchups in PBA. Go Big Red.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, one family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Dana Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Dana Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Dana Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. 1221 N Street, Lincoln.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
A new season, a home crowd, a fresh start. Love Nebraska opens its 2026 home schedule on Sunday, January 11th at Baxter Arena, hosting Love Houston in the home opener. First serve is set for 3 p.m., and the excitement starts the moment the doors open. Don't miss the chance to see elite professional volleyball featuring Olympians, All-Americans, national champions, and more as the season officially gets underway. It's opening night, Nebraska. Be there. Get tickets now at lovneb.com/tickets.
Concrete Industries has immediate job openings for precast production laborers and maintenance technicians. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $21.50 per hour plus a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer or maintenance technician. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and wow, what a year it was at Koppel. The Koppel family would like to say thank you for a record-setting sales year in 2025. Now let's start 2026 off with the bang. New GMC Sierra pickups starting at $12,500 off list or 0% APR. Also hot off the presses, new Terrain leases at $299 per month. That's right, $299 per month on new GMC Terrain leases. So please stop on in the store or online at KoppelCars.com. Stock numbers G138852 and G16518. 2,500 down with proof credit.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back on this fantastic Friday. The sun is out. Nick's guns are out as well.
Okay.
Maybe it's from carrying the big boy on your back.
It might be.
The big boy.
AD, I'm trying to think. Should I try a new haircut today?
What you thinking?
So normally I like to get my hair cut pretty short, right? I'm thinking about keeping it a little longer today because it looks a little bit better in hats.
Take that off real quick. Let me see what
Hold on. Change the microphone. There we go. Okay. So a lot of people would say that this isn't very long to begin with. This is long for me. This is long for me. I don't know. I'm thinking about trying to keep some of it on top. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Just let it go to a Kentucky waterfall back there,
I should. Maybe I should get the problem is that my hair on the sides, it grows out and doesn't just lay flat. That's the problem. Okay.
You should let it grow out, man. Just
no,
let it grow
out.
I can't. I would love to see you with a Kentucky waterfall, man.
Okay. That will not be happening.
Not going to be happening. Something is going to be happening, folks. Nebraska men's basketball travels 18-game winning streak right now, I believe, Swim, is what it is.
Yes.
18-game winning streak. Nebraska takes on Indiana at Simon Scholt Assembly Hall. Number 10, Nebraska Cornhuskers 15-0, 4-0 the big. And first of all, Nick, we're just going to address the elephant in the room right now with all these folks around the country popping off at the mouth. Who's Nebraska play? I don't believe. You know what, Chief? Even I like Smith, the commentator that was doing the game against Ohio, Steve Smith. Okay, the commentator, not Steve Smith. What's his name? Steve. What's his name?
I don't know.
Black dude. Play for Miami for all those years. Jay Former, if you listen, played at Michigan State. It's Steve. Text line help me out. He was the color commentary on the game against Ohio State. Anyway, it was almost like they were cheering for Ohio State. Oh, the Mobley, whatever his guy's Mosley.
Is it? Oh, yes.
I think it is Steve Smith.
Are you talking about on Monday?
Yeah.
It was not, because he's not employed by Fox. I think it is Steve Smith. It's a different Steve Smith than the football guy.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the football guy. I'm talking about the basketball guy that played for Michigan State and played for Miami. Was a journeyman.
Sorry. I was thinking you were talking the football guy.
But I have to remember, though, to your age, you wouldn't have been around when Steve Smith was even playing basketball.
Not for basketball.
Yeah.
Not for basketball.
Yeah, you were thinking I was thinking of the football Steve Smith. No,
he's rough.
Oh, yeah, he looked.
He's rough.
But it seemed like, Swim, that they were just being discredited. That's maybe my emotions get more involved, because I'm obviously biased when I'm watching a game, and I'm not, obviously I'm not on air talking. I'm going to be very subjective and not objective.
Yeah.
To me, it was just kind of like, dude, you've talked about Ohio State and how good Mosley or all those guys are.
Yeah.
We get it.
Everybody's just, let's be honest, everybody's just waiting for the wheels to fall off. That's what it is. Everybody's waiting for the wheels to fall off. And here's exactly what a National College Basketball Organization, Field of 68 it's called, just said. Jeff Goodman on Twitter, he put this clip out.
You better not be disrespectful.
Quote, Nebraska is an incredible story. No one saw this coming, but they're just not for real. They can't get to an Elite Eight. That's not the type of team this is. They're a good story, but they are not for real. Here's the deal. You already know darn well that if Nebraska, number one, let's say they don't win tomorrow. Let's say they lose tomorrow against Indiana, which is a very, very real possibility because Indiana is a competent basketball team. The amount of folks that are going to come out and say, this is exactly what we were waiting for. This is what Nebraska is. They're a good team. They'll make the NCAA tournament. They're not a top 10 program. They're going to come out of the like crazy. However, if Nebraska wins, if there's one thing we know about Nebraska fans, all of these people that are counting them out, all of these people that are discrediting them, all of these people that are not taking them seriously, Nebraska fans keep receipts. And it is going to be so much fun to see the reaction if Nebraska wins tomorrow. It makes me want it even more for Nebraska tomorrow.
Swim. And Jay Foreman to the text line. Yes, unknown texter 4979. Jay Clayton. Yeah, Steve Smith. It was Steve. It's Steve. I know it was Steve Smith, but I know where your look was coming from. You're thinking a football guy, but nevertheless, Steve Smith. I tell you who else keeps receipts. And Swim, me and you have heard him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Who do you think I'm talking about? Coach Fred keeps receipts.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
He loves to go in. He goes, men go on the road and win. Boys like to play at home. Men go on the road and win. Hey. Fred loves this stuff. Yeah, keep talking.
Fred loves to go on the road. He's said it. Don't know if it was on camera, but he's not going to be mad saying this. He enjoys when he was playing, he enjoyed going on the road and shutting people up more
furniture
more than he enjoyed playing at home.
Yes, you love to move furniture.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to say this. K-State, Oklahoma, Illinois, you boat race Creighton. You go into Illinois and get one done. You take care of beat Wisconsin, the worst they have been beat under the tutelage of that current coach. You play games that you didn't come out strong, but you finished strong. Yeah. You go into Ohio State, where for some reason they thought Ohio State was the second coming of who knows what at that time. I'm just like, are we watching the number 10? Why are we giving Nebraska so least credit here with all those games? There's multiple quad one wins already in this season.
100%.
Now, granted, you still have more than half your season, a little more than half your season to go. I get that. But it's like, man, it shows you how, Swim, in a sport where you're not historically have not been well, they are so fixated on the logo on the jersey rather than your body of work. And that's what pissed me off watching that game It's like, are you guys going to talk a little bit about Nebraska? Because I'm sure you're hearing a whole lot about Ohio State, the Ohio State, and the Buckeyes. Yeah. It was almost like they were disappointed when Nebraska won the game.
That's true. Here's the deal. So Nebraska right now, this is the updated net sheet for Nebraska, and this is something that fluctuates throughout the season, right? And because it is based on the RPI and the net rankings for other teams and whether or not they're quad 1 wins, quad 2. It depends on whether you played them at home, on the road, whatever it may be, in neutral sites. Nebraska currently has 5 quad 1 wins as of today. And it is the 5 are on the road at Illinois, obviously, on the road to Ohio State, at home against Michigan State, neutral site game against New Mexico, and at home against Creighton. So those are your 5 quad 1 wins. There's only 2 programs in the entire country that have 5 or more quad 1 wins.
Repeat that again.
There's only two programs in the entire country that have 5 or more quad 1 wins right now. Nebraska and Duke are your two college basketball programs. How about this? Wisconsin is 2 spots outside, 2 spots below being a quad 1 win for Nebraska. That was a 30-point victory for the Huskers. Oklahoma, 8 spots behind being a quad 1 win for Nebraska. Kansas State, 14 spots behind being a quad 1 win for Nebraska. All those are high quad 2 victories for the Huskers. Creighton is starting to turn it on. They're probably the second best team in the Big East right now. I was watching I was begrudgingly watching the Creighton basketball game the other night, and that's going to be a team that will eventually it'll stay as a quad 1 win for Nebraska. This is where you look at it. Nebraska, obviously at 15-0, none of the games that they've played are quad 3 games. They're all quad 1, quad 2, or quad 4. And Nebraska currently 8-0 in quad 1 and 2 games, 7-0 in quad 4 games. They have passed every test to this point. They're 11th in the country in net. Their strength of schedule is top 50. Their strength of RPI strength of schedule, which is a little bit different, is top 35. They are projected to be a 3 or 4 seed in the NCAA tournament right now on January 9th. We need to get done with this conversation of fraudulent, because at the end of the day, let's be honest here, guys. Nebraska wins tomorrow, and this is where I can get really excited if you're a Husker fan. Nebraska wins tomorrow, then they are 16-0. Okay? You have 4 games before Michigan. 4 games before the Michigan Wolverines on the road. Oregon, you feel good about your chances at home against the Ducks. Washington, you feel good about your chances at home against the Huskies. Northwestern on Saturday on the road. Not a daunting place to play, not a daunting program to play right now.
Could be a boogaboo. You got to watch.
You're talking about, you have opportunities to be, and I mean this with seriousness, 20-0 going into a game against Michigan. That will be a top 5 matchup in the country, and you will be right at the top of the Big Ten standings. At worst, you feel like, all right, you might be 19-1, 18-2 at worst going into Michigan. You should still be a top 10 team. Nebraska is going to be just fine this year, and I hope folks are making plans to watch the Husker basketball game tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know what's from the thing that Nebraska and Bone 67. Good morning to you, man. You're exactly right on that. In that, I like the way that Coach and the team are very businesslike.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I'm saying, Swim? They just say, you know what? It's Indiana. On Monday night or Tuesday night, when the heck it was, we're going to be here in Columbus, Ohio. They are very day tight, game tight focused. And that's something that Coach Osborne always preached to us. Fellas, focus on this game. Let everyone else do the prognosticating like us, on here. You focus only on what's going to go on in Indiana tomorrow at 11:01 a.m. tip-off.
Amen.
And that's why they've gotten where they are. The Hoosiers, they're coming off a 4-game win streak, including an 84-66 road win at Maryland. Lamar Wilkinson, he's the Big Ten leads the Big Ten in 3-pointers per game at 24. Scored 24 versus Maryland. It's the first Indiana, Nebraska play tomorrow. It'll be the first time and second in the Big Ten made threes expect perimeter battle. So this is going to be huge when you're first and second and both in the Big Ten are facing each other. The big thing, though, Rank Mass is going to be big on the glass, as well as Bictondale, because they are ridiculous on the glass, and they just don't make a lot of mistakes as far as that goes, man. So, Nick, I look at this game, man, to where Nebraska, they've shown they can play pretty. They can show they play when it's ugly, late, early, on the road, at home. They've just shown a full just repertoire of ways to win games right now. You know, so, again, and if they happen to go down tomorrow, well, that's one of those things. But this team has shown, like I said, so if this was game 5 or game 6 or 7, no, this is a game to, what is it, 16 right now?
This is game 16.
This is game 16. We've seen the body of work in various elements, various arenas, and they've continued to show their mettle in games that matter the most.
I'd also add, it's good, as Bones67 on the text line said, take it one game at a time.
Absolutely.
100%. I'm glad that the team can do that. You know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to look ahead and get excited because the future is exciting for Nebraska. The team, go ahead, take it game by game. That's what you need to do. AD, you and I, though, we can get excited. We can get excited.
Don't wake me.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
dreaming. Unknown texter 6696. You're right on the spot, just like how the players asked the fans not to storm the court anymore. We do this thing, man.
This is what was expected.
And they've been doing it. They've been doing it.
Let's party.
Folks, we'll be right back with the AD Attitude Adjustment on this fabulous Friday. It's The Drive. We'll be right back.
Go Hog Wild Pit Barbecue.
Hog Wild has a delicious way for you to enjoy beef brisket. It's our open-faced hot beef sandwich. We start with our grilled Texas toast. Add a scoop of creamy mashed potatoes. Load them up with some tender Hog Wild beef brisket and top it off with our tasty brown gravy. It's absolutely delicious. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing. Heating
and electrical.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Winter is just around the corner. Is your vehicle ready? Don't get left out in the cold. At A1 Automotive, we prep your car for whatever winter throws your way here in Nebraska. For battery checks, brake inspections, tires, heaters, whatever your car needs to keep you and your family safe on the road, we've got you covered. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
Tired of asking what's for dinner? Nourished for Life has got you covered. At Nourished, they're a local meal prep company that delivers fresh, chef-crafted, healthy meals straight to your door. Made from wholesome ingredients and ready when you are. No shopping, no chopping. Just heat, eat, and enjoy every night of the week. Fuel your busy days with balanced meals that are designed to keep you satisfied and energized. Visit nourishedforlife.co to purchase meals and taste the convenience of home-cooked comfort without the hassle.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Anderson Ford in Lincoln has 2 convenient locations, which means 2 times the customer service, 2 times the inventory, and 2 times the ability to get you in the car of your dreams. Whether you visit us on the north side or the south side, you'll find more selection and a team that's always on your side. When you're looking for a better way to buy your next Ford, visit Anderson Ford in Lincoln, where exceptional service meets unbeatable selection.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today. We'll see increasing cloud cover throughout the day and a light breeze. The afternoon high around 42. Tonight, decreasing cloud cover and light winds, a low around 25. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies return to be breezy and cooler with a high near 38. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sartor Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at sartorheyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's
Wait,
Friday.
it's already over?
It's Friday. Yes, it is.
Show's
man.
already over?
It's been a great show.
Are you here Monday?
Yes.
Nice.
You know,
Do you miss it all next week?
I won't miss until the end of the month.
The 19th. We talked about that.
I'll miss the 19th.
Because you got to go to York.
The
cross
20th.
country.
I will be here on the 21st. And then with the Remington is on Saturday,
Yeah.
the 24th. I'll fly out Sunday.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm going to Orlando. I'll speak there. And then I go to Oakland. I think I'm flying from Orlando to Oakland, just direct.
Whoa!
Because
Cross country.
Now the one in Oakland is not for sure yet. My buddy's gonna let me know for sure on that one. Most likely this weekend or early Monday. But it's a client that's in a pinch or something. Whatever. Anyway, I may golf when I'm in Orlando too, though, because I got the clearance, man.
That's good.
Isn't it crazy though? Swimming. This leads right into the 80 attitude adjustment, to where you think, okay, this is done, and then this happens, but I feel good.
Yeah.
I only lifted Monday. You know, when I came in, I was like, man, what is going on? So I purposely stayed away. I could have lifted actually yesterday, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take my time.
Yeah.
Segue back into that thing. But I am going to swing a golf club today on East Campus, my son Keenan's office.
Wow.
You know, I always got to brag on my kiddos. Keenan is the one of the directors of interns at the PGM for the PGA for the University of Nebraska. So his office, beautiful office, he said there's 4 simulators outside of his office now. So there's a reason why he's like a 3 or 4 handicap or something.
How about the revenue share going to the PGM?
Hey, yeah.
Get a new simulator.
Hey, speaking of revenue share, though, so I just seen this on Twitter. Gosh, dang it, where to go? Here it goes. Since the ACC doesn't split the CFP playoffs,
oh yeah, Miami,
$20 million that Miami's gotten so far, and they get now check this out, $3 million travel expenses for the national championship.
Yep. Well,
it's a home game.
Every round. Oh yeah, it's true.
It's a home game.
Every round, each team gets $3 million travel expenses. Yeah.
So Miami's like, yeah, we're let me see, what are we gonna do with this $3 million? There's a lot of excess cash there, folks.
We need a new quarterback.
Yeah.
Carson Beck's done.
Oh, the money. Folks, the 80 attitude adjustment is this. It's easy to take for granted the things that are automatic, things you don't even think about. Swim, lift up your right hand real quick. Lift up your left hand. Lift up both hands.
Simon says you lose.
Take a deep breath. Do you feel anything?
Calm.
Swim, when I was breathing like that, man, Jake has got it on out there. It almost weighs more than Jake.
Yeah, it does. Not after the 3 pounds game last night.
When I was trying to breathe Monday and Tuesday, now this is going to sound crazy. I was literally avoid taking deep breaths because it hurt so bad, not knowing what was going on. And as I laid in that bed Tuesday night in the ER, I was thinking, I just said, Lord, thank you for the simple things, man, that I can, once the meds kicked in and things of that nature. You didn't think about breathing right there. It didn't hurt. Lift your right hand left. And there's people maybe listening that are going through something. Maybe it's an ailment or maybe it's something you're doing with your body. But I'm simply saying this. Don't take for granted the things that come automatically to us. We don't even think about.
Yeah.
Because as I'm breathing right now, Nick, even last night when I was going to bed, I just said, Lord, thank you. I can breathe without any difficulty. I'm not laboring. There's no sharp pain. So it's easy to take the automatic things for granted until they're not so automatic. Be grateful for it. Folks, we know it's not automatic that you can tune in to us every morning. There's a lot of options, but we definitely appreciate your ride with us on the drive.
Sure.
The early break with Sip Jake and Coach Bush.
Nope.
Sweater says we stop there.
Yep, they're done.
That is it.
I'm done. I've
had it.
You will not hear me host early break ever again.
Look at Jake over there.
Jake's trying to do jumping jacks. He's struggling.
Hey, we got Jake over there.
Don't take fashion advice from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
We got
crew.
Jake doing jumping jacks, and punching with a 25-pound weight vest.
Yeah.
Swim, you're not showing no love, are you, dog?
Nope.
No love. Folks, stay tuned to
Wait,
one-on-one.
love your enemies. Jake, I love you.
Have a great weekend. Go Hoosiers!
Let's go, Ducks.
An emergency can happen any moment. Here's a few seconds to think about where you'd go. At CHI Health, we stand ready to care for any emergency. Our specialists provide expert care when you need it most and believe healing is more powerful when delivered with human kindness. When seconds matter, know CHI Health St. Elizabeth is accredited in stroke care and offers the region's only ER just for kids. Learn more at chihealth.com/St. Elizabeth Emergency.
January is your reset button. This January 10th, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping in Lincoln is kicking off our 10-week challenge. We combine high-energy kickboxing, powerful strength training, and simple, proven nutrition to deliver real results in just 10 weeks. For a limited time, get $150 off when you enroll today. No gimmicks, just coaching, accountability, and a community that pushes you to win. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Visit fxblincoln.com and start your strongest year yet at Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping. 2 locations, South 40th and Yankee Hill, North 70th and Vine. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping, changing lives 10 weeks at a time.
In a world where Wi-Fi battles rage and bandwidth is never enough, One family dares to connect it all. Work from home, influence all day, stream all night, and game to win. Deadlines, downloads, and dance-offs, all happening under one roof, flawlessly. Can your internet provider do that? Fiber fuel your household at allofiber.com/all-in.